What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's going on, people? Woo, what's going on, people? Today, another day we call Tuesday. Anyway, baby said, what's going on, people? Oh, as you see from my last video, I was going through a lot, a lot of things running through my mind and stuff like that. And, as the video I just showed you a few seconds ago, I want to show you this, well, I didn't show it to you, I'm going to show you this video, and I wanted you to see what exactly is going on with another transsexual that's been murdered. Okay, here we go.
Inside a burning Van Nuys apartment this morning, Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter is live outside that apartment with the very latest on the killing and the search for the suspect. Leanne.
Jury detectives say it was a brutal and vicious crime. That victim found stabbed to death in her apartment, which you see behind me here, which was then set on fire. The search now on for her boyfriend, who police say is the prime suspect. Take a look. This was the scene just a short time ago as the coroner removed the victim's body. Authorities now working on trying to ID that woman. Neighbors say that the woman and her boyfriend had recently moved into the apartment complex in the 14,600 block of Saturday in Van Nuys. Friends say the woman was open about being transgender. Authorities were called to the apartment around 5 a.m. for a fire. Crews went inside. They found the victim stabbed to death on the kitchen floor and a fire burning in the bedroom. Detectives now looking for the woman's boyfriend.
Witnesses, they heard somewhere around 4 o'clock in the morning, they heard a fight, and then we didn't hear anything until the fire department got the call about the fire.
I get a call from my girl saying that the person in there is dead, and I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, we were just talking to them yesterday, I guess they were having arguments in the night, and then I heard silence, and then next thing you know, there's a fire going on, and they find the girl dead.
Now, residents say they often heard the couple fighting, but say they never thought it would end like this. Police are not releasing the boyfriend's name or picture just yet as they try to track him down first. Back live now, again, the coroner is working on trying to identify that transgender woman. And again, the search continuing for her boyfriend, who police believe is the prime suspect.
Her name was Yazmin. She was murdered. Her and her boyfriend was having a little problems, allegedly. They got into a lot of altercation and stuff like that, and basically the way I see it, my opinion, no one else's but mine, allegedly, they got into it and he killed her.
Yazmin Payne, a transgender woman killed yesterday. KCAL 9's Christopher Hardo tells us as members of the LGBT community called for action, police announced they have a man in custody for her death.
In Van Nuys tonight, a call for action in the transgender community. A crowd gathered outside the apartment where just yesterday police say Yazmin Payne was stabbed and her unit set on fire. Those who honor her tonight didn't know the 33-year-old, but say they didn't have to.
She belonged to somebody. She was somebody's child. Someone cared for her, and she chose to live a life that was pleasing to her, and it's not fair, it doesn't make sense, and it's not right.
They're killing us. They're killing us, and nobody seems to care.
That's why protesters say they gather to draw attention to the fact that Payne was the 4th transgender woman killed in the Southland in as many months. And as they marched down Saturday, investigators announced Payne's boyfriend, 25-year-old Ezekiel Dear, turned himself in.
He approached the pastor and requested his help. At that point, the pastor took him to 77 Station, where he surrendered to the police department without incident.
The LAPD says the murder appears to be a case of domestic violence. Tonight, protesters were glad to hear of the break in the case. Many here say they have been assaulted for being transgender and add the violence against their community won't end with one arrest.
This is not an isolated incident, and it's important that LAPD continues to do what they're supposed to do.
When they kill transsexuals, they set them on fire. They stab you up and they set you on fire. And the thing about it is that it's not an unknown thing, because it's constantly, a factor. With the girls like me, we already know what's going on. And I'm going to be honest, this is the way I see it plays out in my head. You have a guy that you're interested in. Most of the time, these girls are taking care of these men. These men are not taking care of these girls. You're so happy that you have a man. This is just all my opinion. You're just so happy that you have a man. He doesn't have to work. All he has to do is just be there for you and be loyal to you. And this is the way I see it, you know, because I'm guilty. I'm guilty when it comes to men. You already know I'm very jaded, bitter bitch. And, you know, some people say, well, baby, you should be so jaded about Raven's going to do what Raven has to do for me. That's the reason why I'm still standing in front of you. I believe he wanted to rob her. And I believe they got into a big argument. He probably went to a pocketbook. Just as my opinion. This is the way, you know where I'm going. I believe that this is what happened, and she caught him, and they got into a big argument and stuff like that. He stabbed her to death and took her money and went and set on fire. It is not the first transsexual, I feel as though, that's been murdered this way. It's one in New York City who, she was inside, allegedly in my head, I believe she met a guy, she brought him home and he killed her, he set her on fire in her own house as well. And the thing about it is that, you know, it's not easy when it comes down to the girls like me or anybody, you know, anybody, the world we live in. It could be gay, straight, bi, trans, it doesn't matter what, you know, you are. When you are involved with these people, you never know when that snap moment comes where the person that you once loved is the one that's trying to kill you. Anyway, that being said, you know, I've been through relationships and stuff like this, and, you know, with me, and if I'm going to tell you how I am. If you ever watch a TV show, I want you to always think of this when you see the show. When you watch a TV show and you see a man or a woman and they're fighting and they're going at it, and all of a sudden she ends up stabbed, or he ends up stabbed, or whatever the case may be, just pray that Raven's not watching this, because if Raven watches this, I don't want a man. I'm not going to be healed. And all these type of things and stuff like this is never going to heal me. You know, I want to be healed. I want to be the kind of person to say, look everyone, I've got a man. But until that time comes, I just don't believe it. Just like, you know, this guy who was over in my area and stuff like that, he wanted to be with me and stuff like that. And, you know, he was pushing forward, just like, you know, I really like you and you treat me so bad, because he wanted to fuck. And he thought I was one of the young dum-dums, and I'm not. And the thing about it was that I said, now if I had sex with him, he's going to leave. So I said, you know, for all his pushing and pushing and pushing, so I fucked with him. And he's gone. Voila. His whole problem was, I'm not calling him and I don't care. Because I know the protocol. I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to check up on you. I'm not going to do these things. Because I know once I have sex with you, you're gone. And it seems to be like the same old girl singing the same old story. And the thing about it is that we all keep hearing the same old story. We need to learn from it. And you know, the thing about it was that he had to bring me something, and he already knew because he saw my videos and stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes people like to take things and put it to a test to see if it's all true. I've learned from the other ones, you know, that they've been watching. I didn't know at first, but now I know. And knowledge is power, you know. And, you know, the thing about it is that I try to get to that point where I want to, you know, you got to give a guy a chance and stuff like that. But this kind of stuff like this, like I was just showing you in the video, this is the kind of stuff that runs through my head when I finally get a man. I never know when that day is going to come when I walk through that door where my time is up. And this is how I see it. This is how it plays out in my mind. Hi, boo. How you doing? You're so beautiful. Da, da, da. All of a sudden, okay, fine. I start throw money out. I give you money. Then all of a sudden, I said this before, and all of a sudden now, he's got me, you know, he's got me where he wants me and stuff like that. He's doing this little fucked up shit, but he's also looking for the next best thing. So the girl is going to be much more nice and much more better and much more willing to throw the money out. And the thing about it is that you can always tell when your man has found someone else, because everything that he used to love about you don't like you no more. Everything about you is fucked up. It's nothing good about you he can say about you anymore. You're just a fucked up person. Everything about you don't even have to start. He comes to start because the girl number 2 is already in the picture. And they're already cahooting, you know, so basically if you lose you, it doesn't matter because she's already there waiting for him. And he already gave her a time he's coming in, because basically he's got her thinking that he lives alone with the roommates, or he lives with his mother, or the situation he's not going to tell you. He may be calling his baby mama and stuff like that. You never know the situation, but you can always tell when a man has got someone else, because he starts picking fights with you because the new girl is about to take the place of you. Anyway, that being said, I want to know how you feel about this, you know, when it comes to relationship. And I do want people to date, and I do want people to have relationships, stuff like that. I don't want you to live your life through me, but I do want you to be very careful. Anyway, that being said, I want to know how you feel about this. You know, unfortunately, another girl has been murdered, and I'm sorry to hear. My prayers go out to your family. Anyway, I want to say hello, new people, boom. I want to say, old people, bam. I want to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to do the best way you can. If nobody don't like it, then fuck them.